thing about Ilya, like, he had 2 amazing wins back to back. But he takes those 2 wins and thinks that he's given all these things. Like Islam has defended the belt numerous times. So it's not like Islam's being handed an opportunity. Islam earned his opportunity. When Izzy went up and fought Blachowicz, he earned the opportunity. When Volk went up and fought, he earned the opportunity. You earned the opportunity. John Jones earned his opportunity. He's the GOAT. So it's just like, yeah, you have no legs to stand on. You had 2 amazing wins. You're on your way to becoming the best featherweight of all time. And if you fought Diego or if you fought Ilya and those guys, I'd be cool with it. But it's just like, bro, you didn't. You left, and now you want to skip the line for guys that have been doing it longer than you.
And we're live, episode 14, Under the Canvas. I'm Ken with my co-host Nick here. What's up, man?
Ken, I wish we could take these clips of me talking and just post them because I just be predicting this shit. They should call me Mystic Nick. Mystic Nick is the name I'm about to go by from now on. That's going to be my new tag right here, Mystic Nick. It was a great card, top to bottom. Very, very good card. Guys, you know how Ken was supposed to come in the last video? He ditched me again.
I didn't go.
He ditched
Fucking
me
got
again.
called into work.
7th time in a row, guys. 7th time in a row. But how you doing, Ken? How you doing over there?
I'm good, man. After all the picks that I was watching the card, and I was like, damn, like we're predicting these with the finishes too, like
with methods.
With methods.
With methods.
Same round ever. Predicting exactly how's it going.
Insane.
So I don't understand why these views are still so low.
I don't get
eventually it. We'll get there.
We'll go. We were up. We're gonna find y'all again. We just gotta get back in that algorithm where we pop up on y'all page. But we'll get back there.
Yeah, for sure. No, but yeah, I was actually on Twitter like a couple hours ago, and then I was I saw, you know, that MMA Guru came out with a new interview with Mighty Mouse.
He did.
And he was talking about how he started his channel. You know how he's like basically like the biggest outlet on YouTube with this whole fighting stuff.
Yeah.
And he was saying for the first 4 years, he said he couldn't get over 1,000 views, and he just kept grinding. So I was like, shit. It just gave me motivation. I was like, we just gotta, even if nobody's watching this shit, which you guys will look back at this and you're gonna be like, holy shit. we could have paid our mortgages by now, and I keep
for real.
But
it'll happen. And MMA Guru is a little prick too, so if he can do it, anybody can do it.
I was surprised as hell though, because if you just look at his face, he just looks like a little fat.
He's ugly as hell, bro. He's ugly as hell.
Nah, but when he stood up, dude is fucking like 6'5", fucking 220 pounds of just muscle.
He is.
I was surprised.
It's crazy.
It was don't underestimate. Nick is like 7'2".
I'm stocky. I'm short, but I'm stocky.
All right, though. So moving on here, we're just gonna go over the quick card. Fucking so much news this week coming up. The whole Dana announcements, good ass card, order restored with JDM. So we got a lot coming to you, but let's start off first with this fucking main card here. Let me just move this over.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So order restored. Overall, great card. I only want to highlight a couple of like the prelim fights that that I want to talk about. Is just this Mike Mallet, man, showed out.
Yeah.
And we always talk about this. What do we always say? The fight before the main card is the
gotta deliver. It's gotta deliver.
You gotta show out. You gotta come up with a big performance, and that's exactly what Mike Mallet did. Hometown. Well, home country, not in his hometown, but just showed out, knocked this dude unconscious, head banging on the canvas. Exactly like we said he was going to come out on fire.
Yep, he did what he's supposed to do, man. And he's so polite. Man, he's such a polite man. But yeah,
he's proper.
He's fun, man. He's fun.
Yeah.
He gets it done. 12 wins, 11 finishes. Like, Bo Nickel, take notes. That's how you go be hyped up for a card and deliver. Gotta deliver, man.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know what's next for him in welterweight. He's obviously not ranked. He can't get he's moving up obviously with his finishes, but hopefully he gets like thrown at a gatekeeper pretty soon. I
Yeah,
don't know how far, but he just needs to stay active and then hopefully we can see him crack the top
exactly. You know,
15 by the
he's
end of the
good,
year.
man. He's a good fighter, that dude.
Yeah, yeah. And then before we move on to the main card here, time for retirement.
I don't know. I think she's in gatekeeper time. I think she should start thinking about it. She's like the Neil Magny now of the flyweights. But the Jasmine, man, I mean, I didn't. I knew she was gonna win. I picked her to win. Yes, I did, guys.
Uh,
Go watch the video. But
No, we picked her by sub
yeah.
too. Second round,
Uh,
just exact third round, exactly how it happened.
but no, she did it in the first minute, bro.
Oh, first round, sorry,
She did
first
it in the
round. Yeah,
first
yeah,
couple
yeah, yeah.
minutes, and that's what I'm saying. It was very surprising. She ragdolled a Brazilian, threw her to the ground, and subbed her. Got it done quick. She's ready.
Yeah.
Jasmine's ready for something big. They got to feed her somebody with a big number next because she's ready.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She,
And we'll talk about that flyweight division
yeah.
because that was the only exciting women's fight that entire card. Because I don't know what the fuck happened in the main card, but we'll talk about that soon. So moving up here, I don't know why the fuck this is doing this right now.
There you go.
All right. So BSD
Did exactly
did
what he's
exactly what we
supposed
did,
to
man.
do. Not much to talk about here. They should just book him with his rematch with Joel Alvarez, and he didn't take any damage, and we'll go from there.
Well, he did. He took a couple shots actually. From
Yeah, but
Kyle was
he
throwing a
ain't
little
gonna
bit.
need no time off. He's
Nah,
fine.
yeah, but I mean, he won, got the submit. He won whatever. It just felt like even though he got the win, it just felt like he needed to do something a little bit more spectacular.
Mm.
He still looked mad slow to me. I don't know if it was just like he just looked. He always looked slow to me, but he just looked
I think
ridiculously
he
slow
was
this
just
fight,
playing. I
especially.
think he knew he was in there with a guy that couldn't really do much. So
Yeah. Did you see he had staff on the other side?
I can't even. It's he trains in a dirty, dirty gym. He needs to switch gyms.
Yeah, it's the same fucking forehead staff, but on the other
Fucking
side, this
insanity. To clean your fucking mats,
Jesus. All right. So moving on. Again, this is
guys.
just quick recaps.
Go. I wish I could bring the clips up. I said, I said that this was gonna happen. I told you it was gonna be because she throws 3 times as much, and she did. Grasso could not get anything off on this. This girl had timing, speed. She was faster, quicker. She threw combos, different combos, up, low, down, up. She just dominated from beginning to the end. It was super impressive. Um, Grasso's a tough girl, nothing from her, but I think Grasso was looking to take her down, and it just was not happening. So it was fun
Nah,
though.
dude. Too fast. Something about her, man. She just looks like she moves in fast forward, like Silva.
Yeah,
It's insane. I literally thought I had my TV on 2x with some of the kicks and just some of the feints she has. But Alexa's problem is she was trying to sit behind that jab too much and she just wasn't able to get inside.
yeah,
It's just Natalia just keep kicking, and then some people were. I heard the commentary saying like maybe people might think she's running away or just dancing in the octagon, but I didn't really see that. I thought she was just
oh
touching, getting out of the
yeah,
way,
she's
touching,
smart.
getting out of
That's
the
how you
way.
fight.
Especially someone like Alexa Grasso, who's really gonna bite down on that mouthpiece and
Correct.
just fucking bang. But yeah, great performance by her. Took down number one contender. I mean, we're talking title shot next, or does she have to wait for that Wei Lee fight?
I mean, I if Weili's not ready, I give it to her. I
Mm,
think she's a problem for Valentina. Like after watching
yeah.
Valentina's fight, I think that's gonna be a big issue for her, is to keep up with that girl. She's tough.
Yeah, just the speed. Only way I really see Valentina winning that fight is just taking her down.
Yeah,
Because Natalia, we haven't really seen her tested on the ground that much,
correct.
but easier said than fucking done.
Yeah,
Just because she fucking moves in 2x compared to everybody else. But
sure.
overall, good fight. Alexa Grasso, she might have to. I think she could still become champion. A couple stringing a couple fights there, but another step backward for her. She's now in 2 losses, so we'll see what she
Yeah,
has next. Oh my god. The fucking robbery of the fucking century.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he won. I thought Aldo clearly won this fight.
Clearly.
He,
And I remember thinking, I was like, they're gonna fucking give it to this other guy. They're gonna give it to Zabi.
I mean, even in that third round, like third round's the only one I give him, but he also he got his head kicked off too. So it's just like it was crazy. It was tough, and then to have him retire
Even then,
after
though,
that is tough.
yeah. How he survived that soccer kick to the head like that? It literally like lifted him up off the floor, and then he like flipped the other way.
It
He got
was
kicked so hard in the head,
insane.
insane. And the fact that I think it was more like a recency thing because all we have is that picture of him elbowing Jose at the end with that knot on his
Yeah,
fucking face. But I think this fight he won at least 2 rounds, and it was a huge robbery in
I
my
thought the
opinion.
same
But
thing. I thought
uh,
Jose won this fight for sure.
yeah. But even I mean, maybe it was
It
good
was
for
mad
Jose just
entertaining though.
because.
It was mad entertaining.
Yeah. And he went right back to what we said he should do is fucking kick. He started kicking the shit out of him. And then he just got gassed. He looked
Correct.
up. He was like, oh shit, there was 3 minutes left and just got gassed.
Correct.
So I don't know. I don't see an excitement with Amen Zahabi here. I don't really see what he can really do in featherweight, especially how competitive featherweight is. He doesn't really excite me. I mean that win over Munoz is good. That Bashar win obviously looks horrible now just because of where
Yeah,
Bashar is now. So I just don't see what
and he's old.
he can, and he's old. And he's old. So I don't know if it's his name that has. I don't want to say that it's just off his name, but it's
It's
tough.
true.
It's tough. I don't see him becoming a champion anytime
Yeah.
soon. Talk about your girl. You told me she was
She
gonna
did
win.
win. I thought she won the. If you had it tied going into the last round, like I thought she won the last round. I thought like she had her with the clinch against the fence, landing the strikes. The fact that they didn't give her the last round, the judges had it as even going into that last round, and then they had her losing because of round five. But I thought in round five she had her, bro. She had her against the fence, landing the strikes. So round one was the only clear Valentina round for me, and then the knock
Yeah.
with the knockdown and everything. But I mean, shout out to her. She made a huge adjustment, started using her strength. Um, they both really couldn't figure each other out. It was like they were fighting the same person. So Valentina was getting her from range, but Manon was getting her inside and just being bully. But
Yeah.
I thought she won. I don't think it was a robbery by any means, but I thought Manon won for sure.
Like split or
I thought she won.
unanimous? Kind of a
I
split
had her winning
decision?
48-47. I thought she took it unanimous on that last round. If they had a tie going into the last round in five, I don't know how 2 or 3 judges give that to Valentina because I thought Manon had round five for sure. But
Yeah. Yeah. That's It's crazy though, because I really thought we were gonna see like that size advantage with Manon, because she's so fucking
yeah,
big, like for that weight class. Like she just looks huge, especially like when they were facing off and stuff. But Valentina didn't really have a problem with it, and I thought she
yeah,
would. She was taking her down a little easy in that first round, and obviously she got the knockdown. But like you said, Manon, she started using her strength and her size a little bit more after that first
correct.
round. Really made the adjustment, but I don't know. Overall, it was a pretty boring fight. Like you said, they just couldn't figure each other
Yeah,
out. I think that was happening. But at least we get a little clarity with this fight. Like we know Valentina, she needs to fight Whaley.
yeah,
They need to make that fight happen because the women's divisions right now they're suffering a little bit, except for that Kayla and Juliana fight coming
correct,
up. There's no excitement. There's
correct.
no excitement. So they need to make that Whaley fight, and if they don't, put her against Silva, and then just hopefully get back to a little bit more exciting with the women because these two fights in the main event, man, they were a little
Oh
boring for
yeah.
sure. All right, and it's time. How you feeling? You feel
I
good?
told y'all on the
The
pod,
world's back to
guys.
normal.
You heard Casey's dumbass Johnson come on here and speak.
Stupid
I
ass.
told y'all guys that I call it the ordered restored tour, and I told y'all how this fight. I told you guys. If you guys go back and watch the
Yeah,
video, I said that the grappling will cancel itself out because he's been training hard with it, and it's going to be a stand up fight. Now I will give respect to Bilal because he came and it takes two to tango, and he finally decided to
yeah, he
fight.
did.
But man, JDM, I keep saying it. Y'all was talking about Shavkat, y'all was talking about Gary, but this guy has always been the best prospect this division has, and he was fucking game. He stuffed all the takedowns, and then when he did got taken down, he got found his way back to his feet, and his cardio stood up, and man, he was just the head movement, the boxing, that last round to the heart, bro, just to get taken down,
The heart,
to
yeah.
take down and get up and just start putting it on his ass, bro. I was just like, it was so impressive. He's the real deal, man. He really is. And I knew this is like I said, I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. But shout out to Bilal, he made it fun. But JDM's the real deal, man. The real deal.
Say that again. Shout out to
Shout out.
who?
I mean, it takes two to make a good fight, bro. Takes two
There
to
you
make a
go.
good
Yeah.
fight. It's not fun if it's one sided. Bilal landed some shit, at least made it entertaining, but Jack is different, bro. He's always been different. He's always been the
Different.
guy people forget
Yeah.
about, bro, because he's not a loudmouth. He don't talk shit. He goes in there and he does what he's supposed to do. But Craig Jones,
He throws subtle little jabs though. Did you hear that
yeah,
Ian
he
Gary
did.
thing?
He did. But Craig Jones got these Russians figured out, man. Like he got when you put them in your camp, they got it figured out, man. You can't really figure it out. And like I said, the bombings weren't gonna stop, and they didn't that night. And Jack went and landed some bombs on this boy, and that's what happened.
Oh
And
god. Oh
no,
my
Ken,
god.
come on. We got two Aussies
Jesus
now, two
Christ.
Aussies with a belt. We got
Two.
two of them. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, good ass fight. I don't think Bilal overlooked him. I do think that Bilal knew he was in for like a tough
Yeah.
ass fight. And that's why he was like, fuck it. Like I gotta, like you said, two to
Yeah.
tango. Um, what I don't like is the lazy take that I've been seeing all over like Twitter, YouTube, that Bilal should have wrestled more.
He tried.
Like
He
that's like
tried.
that's what I'm exactly what taking. That's taking all credit away from the fucking perfect like game
That
plan and
Jack
defense
had.
that JDM was
Yeah.
displaying. Stuffing everything. Didn't get a takedown until the
Yep.
fourth round. And I went back and I looked at Bilal's stats. He averages between 9 and 12 takedowns in an
Yeah.
entire fight. This fight, he tried
He
nine
couldn't take
attempts to
him
take him
down. He
down.
was ready, man. I'm telling you, Jack was ready. He was focused. He was ready.
Ready, ready. All fight week looked calm. Looked like he meant to be there. It wasn't like one thing I was worried about before this is like because the way Jack JDM got into this fight, it wasn't like traditional where he's like the clear cut contender or anything like that. It was more like someone got injured and then they needed a
Yeah.
replacement and they just like kind of threw it together. So sometimes like these prospects they get thrusted in like too quickly and they're not ready
Correct.
for the moment. Kind of like when Islam fucking fought who did he fight last
Moicano.
just now? They just threw him in there. He
No.
was not ready for that shit. He just got
Correct.
dominated. JDM didn't have
Correct.
any of that. He was fucking ready from the beginning. Showed out, bit down on his mouthpiece, and like his coach was said, he just be safe and just fucking ping the cunt.
Come on.
Perfect
Easy.
moment. Nah,
Bilal, good riddance to
easy,
you, brother.
easy. So now, I mean, we kind of went over the main card here. We can go over the next upcoming card, but before we get to there's a couple announcements that Dana
Yeah.
made, and I mean it's things that we already fucking knew. But what do you think about this whole Islam vacate? That was the one thing that we didn't know. We thought he was just gonna try to do
I
double
think it's
champ. What do you
mad
think about it
corny. I feel
vacating?
like if you don't make John Jones vacate, then Islam shouldn't vacate. That
That's a
doesn't
good
make it.
ass
That
point.
doesn't
That's
make
a
any
good ass
sense to
point.
me. So I think Dana just is really serious now about not letting there be double champs. I guess he doesn't want it anymore. But if the guy's active, I don't see why they can't be. So I mean, but hey, I think it's stupid, but it's fine, I guess.
Yeah. But do you I mean, I get Islam's pound for pound number one, another weight division. I fucking talked about this all the time. He hasn't even really beat anyone in
Yeah.
that division. Most of the people has been people who've either moved up. He fought Volk twice, and fucking, you know what I mean. It's been just people who've moved
Yep.
up or on short notice. Do you think he deserves that title fight immediately just based off him being pound for pound, or you think he should at least fight one person welterweight before
I
going straight
mean,
to the title? Because there's a fucking backlog of fucking fighters
I
that
think he did.
I mean, think about in 2 weeks if fucking
Yeah.
Kamara wins, or if what's his name? Who's Kamara fighting?
Buckley.
If think about if Buckley gets a KO, that's 4 or 5 fighters that have they could say, okay, like I should get the next title shot. And he just gets to jump all those people just because he's pound for pound number one. You think it should
Yeah.
work like that, or
I think he deserves it. I think he's done everything. I think he's
Mhm.
always been that guy where the UFC gives him a name and he fights the name. Um,
right?
I think, like I said, being undefeated in his last like 18, he's like 18, 19 straight. I mean, and it was always the plan. If you're gonna do it with Ilya, Ilya's doing the same thing. How could you tell Islam no when you're letting Ilya jump the line and do the same thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the one difference is Ilya vacated immediately and said, "I'm moving up."
Yeah, but he ducked
Islam
two.
kind of
Yeah,
it
but
was
Ilya
forced.
ducked two people in order to go up. Islam fought everybody that he was
Okay,
supposed to fight. It's like it got to the point. It's like, well, who else? You want me to fight Gaethje 5 times and Poirier 6 times, and like what are we gonna do with this dude? Like until Patty's ready, it's just like I think it's interesting. And he's all, and it's not like it came out of nowhere because he's been saying it for a while. That's what he's wanted to do. I think after
right,
watching
right.
this fight, though, that fight became a whole lot more interesting than when we were doing the podcast originally. Um, like when you thought about it last week, you're like, "Oh, Islam can go up there and whoop JDM." And after watching that fight, if JDM
I
if
don't know
JDM
about
brings that
that.
takedown defense and he's the naturally bigger guy, and it's a stand up fight, I think Islam's got some problems there. So, because it's going to be a very similar camp to what he just did for Bilal. So
Yeah, obviously, I mean, consensus would be that Islam's wrestling is a
correct.
lot better than Bilal's, but it would
All you
probably
got
be
to
a
do is
similar
get
fight
back
in the
up,
sense
man.
that
You
if
could get taken
JDM,
down. It's all about if you can get back up.
if he
That's
get
it.
back up,
So if you could get back up
hmm
and keep that fight on the feet, man, I think Islam is in for a long night. He's
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, he said he's gonna get it back for Volk,
yeah,
bro. He said he's
yes.
gonna get it back for Volk. That's what my man said.
Can you imagine in Perth?
He wants it in
Ooh.
Perth. That's what he said.
And I know the UFC won't ever do this because they don't ever put two like huge fights like this on the same card. But imagine Perth, JDM Islam, and then the second main event we got Alexander and fucking Mazov.
Who?
And then we got we get
Yeah,
Islam and JDM, the main event, and then the second fight we'll get Alexander
they
defending
should.
his title
Volk and
against
Evalev.
whoever.
They should co-main it. I think they would be great.
I don't think they would do that though. It's because it's too many. It's too much firepower. But that would be insane, especially in Perth.
It would be
Um,
bro. Like I said, I think it makes for a very interesting fight. I think Bilal should go back and find where he's from and find his roots, so that way when he comes to his fight next time, he can pick a flag. But JDM did what he was supposed to do, man. He did what he was supposed to do.
mm, all right. Well, yeah. So aside from Islam, welterweight, go back up to lightweight. So I got this quote here from Ilya. He said, and he's talking about Islam here. He said, "Quote: He said he didn't want to give me an opportunity because I was a little guy, but now he's the little guy looking for the same opportunity that I was looking for. He's a hypocrite, and he's the hypocrite. He's the biggest hypocrite I've ever seen."
Ilya
What do you
said
think
that.
about that? Ilya said that about
I
Islam,
mean,
calling
no,
him a
it's
hypocrite.
like I, the thing about Ilya, like he had two amazing wins back to back, but he takes those two wins and thinks that he's given all these things. Like Islam has defended the belt numerous times, so it's not like Islam's being handed an opportunity. Islam earned his opportunity. When Izzy went up and fought Blachowicz, he earned the opportunity. When Volk went up and
Yeah,
fought
yeah.
Islam, he earned the oppor-
He
he earned
had
the
cleaned
opportunity.
out the
When
division.
Alex left and went up to light heavyweight, he earned like you earned the opportunity. John Jones earned his opportunity. He's the GOAT. So it's just like, yeah, you have no legs to stand on. You had two amazing wins. You're on your way to becoming the best featherweight of all time, and you have if you fought Diego or if you fought Evalev and those guys, I'd be cool with it. But it's just like, bro, you didn't. You left, and now you want to skip the line for guys that have been doing it longer than you. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just like you can't say that. Like you can't. It's not a hypocrite. It's the truth. Like if you're looking at who deserves it more, Islam deserves it more. He took over Khabib's
Right.
spot and has been defending each time. Each time he defend.
Hmm.
So it's just like
No,
I
I
don't
agree.
like it. I don't like it.
Yeah. And then Islam responded. He said, quote, difference between me and you that I cleaned the top list in my division, moved to the next, but you ran away from two
Yeah,
contenders, which is exactly what you just said, who had consecutive 5-9 wins in the featherweight division. You are a nobody in lightweight division, just a big mouth from Spain with a nice haircut. Go get one W and
that
then
was
talk to
at
me, boy.
well. That wasn't Islam. First of all, that was you, Ali Abdulaziz. I know that was you on the fucking computer. You fucking prick. Um, this man is controls all his fighters' Twitter's accounts because that doesn't sound like Islam at all. But yeah,
That doesn't
yeah,
at all.
like
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
haircut, boy. Like no, Islam be like brother, I smash, brother, I smash. But but yeah, like it's just no. Like I said, I think Ilya has a long way to go. Him beating Charles is a start for me, but like I still don't think like he even deserves to fight Charles for a vacant belt. I don't think that's fair. But it's fine. It's fine. It's cool.
Okay. But you know what they're
Yeah.
setting up for? This whole thing is for him. They're hoping Ilya beats Charles and then they get that Patty fight in Spain. That's the whole, and I think that's what they're gunning for. And then, my
Yeah.
goodness, that might be a card of the last 2 years,
It
3
it'll
years.
be
Just how
interesting
big that
for
is.
sure, bro. It'd be interesting for
Yeah, yeah.
sure.
All right. So obviously he announced all those fights. He went through a bunch of fights that he was making official. The one fight that he didn't make though is the one that everyone wants, and that's obviously the John Jones fight. He
Not gonna
said
get
it's going to get done.
not gonna
Do you have a time frame? What are you thinking,
it's
or
not gonna
why
happen, bro.
don't
I'm
you think it's
telling
going
you.
to
You're
get
gonna
done?
have to he's gonna ask for an unrealistic amount of money that the UFC's never gonna pay. Dana's been saying this fight was going to get done since the John Jones last fought. He said, "Oh, this fight will get done. No worry, no doubt." He said it in the press conference, and it still hasn't gotten done. Tom Aspinall's already sick of it, so it's just like he's not going to wait around. We can't pull a Michael Chandler here. So it's just like I said, they're gonna have to, in order to get this done, they're gonna have to pay this man an unrealistic amount of money. It's gonna be insane.
And you don't think Dana White would do
I
that?
think it gets to a point
I
where
mean,
it's
the
just
money
like, is it worth it? Yeah, like it's
unrealistic.
Bilal made 1.3 for this fight. So it's like how much
1.3.
John Jones is here asking for 20 million to fight Tom Aspinall. I was like, well,
Yeah.
why would the hell would we do that? You know?
Yeah, and he's interim, so he
Yeah,
also gets the pay-per-view points. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he sounds confident that he's going to get it done, but like you said, it may be too unrealistic. But if we're talking Bilal Muhammad is getting 1.3 just based
yeah,
off of pay-per-view points, John
yeah.
Jones's
That's
numbers are
not.
going to be
It's true.
insane. Yeah. All right, so moving on. This is news but non-news, and then we have fucking the attention whore that he is, fucking Conor McGregor
Yeah,
tweeting
he's
out,
ready.
"Get ready. Tell me you're not. Tell me you don't want
Connor
attention
will
without
fight
telling me you
before
don't want
John Jones
attention."
fights Aspinall. I'll tell you that much. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
okay.
Book
I
it
don't.
to the bank. Mystic Nick just told you. You guys will see Conor McGregor fight before you see John Jones fight Tom Aspinall.
Hey, I'm gonna get you like a little
That's it.
globe, and then you're just
I'm
gonna like
telling you, bro.
predict
It's
shit.
just he's ready now. The cocaine's out his system, and he's ready to fight. Let's go. Book it. Give him
It's
Michael
insane,
Chandler.
insane.
Let it happen.
Yeah. So, I mean, those are basically the announcements. One quick fight that I just want to highlight is the Brandon Roval and the Manel Kape camp
That's a
fight that
tough
they have announced
fight.
is going to be a good bout.
That's
And if you think
tough
about it, that's 4 or 5 fights down in that card. So that international fight week card is looking insane. Shout out obviously to Eric Nixek with that camp. Hopefully they keep Kape looking like what he was looking like before. Because if he shows up how he showed up before,
for real,
that's a future champ right there.
for real.
All right. So I mean that's pretty much it with all the news. We're just gonna go over the card this weekend real quick. Just go over like the main fight. Obviously, it's just a fight night, so nothing too crazy here. Let's see. All right. All right, so we got the Morales and Burns. I don't really want to go over too much of this card. Just really want to highlight the main event. Let's talk about just Gilbert Burns, Morales. Gilbert Burns is looking like he's coming in shape. I don't know if you saw the
That man
photos.
could he could come in
He's
shape
looking
all
like
he
he lost a
wants.
little
He
bit
ain't
of
winning
weight.
this fight. That the UFC is gonna try their damnedest with video packages and promo and Gilbert's physical trend to make it look like this is gonna be competitive, and it's not.
And the Afro Gilbert Burns is
Michael
back. They're doing
Morales is gonna
everything.
win this easy, easy.
Yeah. I'm saying TKO, TKO
He's
second
just fat.
round,
It's just this version of
easy.
Gilbert can't keep up. It's just the old. Look at the odds. It's just yeah.
Jesus Christ,
It,
which is insane. We're talking
yeah.
about Gilbert Burns here.
He's the
It's
real
just
like he's one of those prospects that we talked about in our first ever video about like watch out for. He has good hands. We need Spanish blood going in here. So he's young, he's faster, he has great takedown defense. I just don't see how Gilbert can. I don't think he wins this anywhere. I don't know. I feel bad. They got to give Gilbert a better fight. I love Gilbert Burns. They got to give him a better fight than this. So I mean,
you think
after
if
this
he,
one,
I'm
no,
thinking
not
retirement.
Gilbert.
I hate it. I hate saying that, but I don't think his heart's in it that much. I mean, especially how the last couple of losses, I remember him looking how he looked. He just looked like devastated
Yeah,
after just losing, especially after the JDM fight, the Bilal fight. I mean, the Bilal fight he showed heart, but he just I don't know how long or how much longer he can keep doing it. And obviously, he's all set. I think he's
yeah.
done all he can do. And then I don't know, Michael Morales second round TKO.
That co-main's
It's gonna
hilarious.
be
That's gonna be a
yeah.
knockout.
It's this is why we're not really. I mean, there's not really much
Luana
money to
Santos,
make
though,
off
let
this
me tell
fucking
you,
card.
if
I'll
you
be
guys
honest
want
with
a
you.
quick little tuck it in your shorts, boys, because Luana's the real deal too. All right, let me tell y'all.
Jesus Christ.
What? Oh, a Cuban? Who the fuck is this? Yair Del Valle. I got 1-0. They got a dude that's 1-0. What the fuck is going on? I gotta look that one up. I gotta look
Bro,
that up.
this card,
Yo, he looks
this card is
huge.
insane.
Wait, it says 8-0.
No, yeah,
Oh,
because 1-0 in the
the
UFC, I think.
Cuban
Let me see.
problem. This dude, look at this guy. That's how I feel like I need to look in the summer, dog. Like this guy is crazy, dog. Yeah, we need. I love it. I'm taking Yair Del Valle, guys. Take y'all there. Y'all better take my man. Take
He
my
said
man. Yeah,
because
bro,
just
he's the
because you want to
Cuban
look like him.
problem. And who the fuck is Connor Matthews, guys? They don't even have the odds out yet. Take them while you can. Juicy J,
Yeah, bro, it's
160.
yeah.
So Deke and
I
Myron
mean,
will
when
be
you're
fun.
talking about
And let me tell you,
this will be a good
Sadiq
fight.
at plus odds,
But
Myron
yeah,
looked
man.
got handed a decision in his last fight. So I will take Sadiq.
Yeah. Easy. And then obviously we're gonna have all our official picks posted. We're gonna go through this a little bit more in depth because this fucking card is so light. I mean, when you have Paul Craig as your co-main event,
He's gonna knock him the
this
fuck
guy is
out. I
seven.
think it'll be within the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I forgot. This guy's built like a fucking tank. I
He
remember his
hits like
last
it
fight
was
too.
that
It's
was the
just
fight with Crew that was so much fun. It was so much
insane,
fun.
insane. Yeah, so I mean, obviously, Paul Craig
This man
loses
just
fight, he
lost to
doesn't get
Bo
a
Nickel
fucking
in stand
contract
up
again.
combat.
So
He ain't beating Rodolfo Bellato, dude. Please. He ain't
stand up
fucking
combat.
beating Rodolfo Bellato, bro. And look at they making Burns try to look like he a
Yeah,
killer.
so that
Burns ain't doing shit.
yeah, so light card coming up this week. Obviously, just a filler. We don't have a card coming up the next week, but
Yeah,
we'll try to get a guest on or
we'll
something.
get
Talk
Ian.
about
Get your
some
ass
future
on here,
things.
Ian. You
Ian,
be watching too. Fake ass Ian. Get your ass on
speaking
here,
of
Ian.
Ian, speaking of Ian,
Patchy,
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 Patchy fighting in Jersey.
Ian. Y'all, you said he was
Patchy
gonna
fighting.
stay, and he didn't stay. PFL. I don't know. I don't know. That's a big loss. Now, Patchy, we'll talk about it next show.
Paul
Yeah,
Hughes.
I mean,
Paul
Patchy
Hughes
already got a
coming
fight
next.
in everything now. So he's fighting Mario, but
Yeah.
Paul, I
Paul
know.
Hughes coming
Ian, you
next.
better sign that boy. Sign that. Put an extra
Give
little
him.
piece of paper on the house of yours, a little collateral, because
Yeah. I did see though that on the Area Hawani show, he had the
yeah,
his manager up there. You know, he's managers with I forget his name, but he
yeah,
he manages Paul Hughes,
yeah.
Izzy, all of them. And he was saying that Paul Hughes is probably around 10x in earnings from
They
what he would
all
have
they all
earned if he
say
was in the
that, and then
UFC
they
from
all end up
from his
over
first
here.
four fights,
Yeah, Kayla Harrison was
and they
making
all end up in the
3
UFC.
million times more than any other girls, and now look at
Million a
she over
fight,
here.
yeah.
You eventually you get tired of beating scrubs and you want to go
Yeah.
get a legacy. That's what happens.
You want to test
Yeah,
yourself, especially those alphas, like people who are like one
that's what I'm
loss, zero
saying, bro.
losses.
Like,
People will keep.
the only
I mean, if
reason
you
Usman isn't over here is because he doesn't want to
so
fight
yeah,
Umar and them boys. That's why he ain't over here.
that's coming soon though.
For
It's gonna come
real.
later than sooner than later. Even though according to Ian on his Twitter, he has 4 fights left, but he would know obviously.
Ian
But
also said
he has
Patchy
four
was
fights
staying
left
and
on his
had a fight
contract.
with later in the year. So
I don't fucking know. Hey, PFL is another story, but yeah, we'll have him on. We'll try to have him on next week. Like Car, we'll have the pics up on the Instagram video coming up. This will probably be releasing on Friday. We'll keep you guys updated.